the start of what's sure to be a festive but very emotional weekend in Waukesha. Well, good evening. I'm Charles Benson, and thanks for joining us. This weekend will be a major milestone in the city's recovery from the tragic events of last year. It began tonight with the Night of Lights. As Mary McCarr reports, the community showed up in a big way to celebrate a difficult time of year together.
Hundreds gathered. To flip the switch on the holiday season in Waukesha.
I'm probably most excited here for probably the lights.
An overwhelming show of support in a city rocked by grief this time a year ago.
Seeing so many smiling faces here tonight proves that we are resilient and that we will not let tragedy define us.
As this year's parade nears, people at Friday evening's tree lighting and Walk of Light ceremony say their feelings about their community have only grown stronger since last November.
I grew up here, so this is, it's a big deal. It's community and it's always been like this, but to see it to this level, and I think that helps, bring everybody together.
The blue lights that we have on our porches and all the lights that you see around the homes and everything, and it's just a great thing.
People poured into downtown's Main Street, caroling and carrying lanterns that were sold to raise money for the city's upcoming parade memorial.
People are processing this, and they will continue to process it. But it is the holidays, and people want to celebrate the holidays. So I'm seeing both. I'm seeing, sadness, but I'm also seeing a lot of joy.
Those emotions all rooted in remembering those lost and learning to heal with each other.
It's probably the best part of being from here. I think we all can get together and enjoy the community that we all share.
The reason Waukesha is strong is because we're together. We are together.
Together and shining brighter going into the holidays. In Waukesha, Mary McCarr, TMJ4 News.
The Waukesha South Band will be walking in this year's Christmas parade, and they've been working around the clock to make sure the float is perfect. The float is filled with community messages written on hearts, many including Waukesha Strong. They talked about what that phrase and the event means to them as they prepare for Sunday.
It represents so much more than just us. And I'm going to have my own ornaments on here that have my own messages, and I know everyone else will. And those butterflies are so strong for the people that deserve to be here.
A dozen band members were injured in the parade attack last year. This year, they'll be joined by past band members and alumni as a show of support. Tyler Pudliner, a Waukesha South Band member injured during last year's parade, will be driving his truck in this year's parade, and it will be called the Stronger Together Float. Tyler says the experience will be healing for him and the community.
We're going to incorporate the 6 that we lost last year and basically highlight how the community has shown resilience, how we've all come together and prove that we're stronger together.
His truck will be illuminated by lights and flanked by banners of the organizations he holds near to his heart. Tyler's still recovering from his injuries, but says a half a dozen surgeries and continued complications cannot keep him from this year's parade. Well, the finishing touches are being made on all the floats for Sunday's parade, including one very special float. Here's Uba Ali.
For more than 15 years, Mark has been creating beautiful floats for the Waukesha Christmas parade, but this year is more meaningful than ever before.
Each staple and cut of material brings Mark Clemmy back to a horrific moment in his life.
It will not. Something you want to see again.
Clemmy was waiting for this float to make its way down the Waukesha parade when tragedy struck.
I wound up walking down to the route, looking for the Santa float, and walked into the tragedy that was played out on the street.
That moment still haunts him today.
You think you've dealt with it, and until you really think about it or are doing something associated with it, then it really hits you again.
Through his craft, he's found peace.
It has helped.
Putting together this year's floats for the Waukesha Christmas parade.
Blue light bulb, which will shine. We'll have lights on it.
From blue lights to snowflakes.
There's a large snowflake, which is going to represent the city. And then we're going to have 6 smaller snowflakes around it, representing the victims.
Clemmy says it's all about remembering the victims and survivors.
To me, it really is an honor.
An honor to participate and bring joy to Waukesha.
Just seeing those smiles on their faces and everything, that's huge.
Uva Ali, TMJ4 News.
So here's a look at the parade route. It starts at Cutler Park, travels through the heart of downtown, and will end at Grand and Wisconsin. You can watch our live coverage of the Waukesha Christmas Parade starting at 4 p.m. only on TMJ4. Well, time now to get